Okay, so this is another interesting sketch that I'm about to do. Now, despite starting with a bunch of mistakes and issues, it eventually turns out into probably one of my favorite quick sketches. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to start as I normally do with my primary lines, and you'll see throughout this that I'm going to be using the phantom line technique where I just draw an imaginary line before ever placing that actual line. Now, this technique just helps me to get a visual sense of where I want to place my lines, and it helps me see the scale of my building before I actually draw it. One thing that I want to point out is my hand position. You'll notice that I move my hand around my scene depending on the line that I'm drawing, and by approaching a line from the correct angle, you can set yourself up for a cleaner line. And if you pay attention throughout this video, you'll see me move my hand around a lot. Now, as you can see, I'm starting to draw out the facade of the garage, and this is where I'll make my first major mistake. You can see here that I've noticed my mistake, and I'm tracing my pen along what should be the actual line. I'll attempt to fix it, and while it looks a little sloppy now, you'll see that by the end it becomes hardly noticeable. You'll notice that I redraw the line on the side of the building too, and this just helps me to even out the mistake. In fact, if you pay attention, you'll see me make small mistakes and correct them throughout this entire drawing. For example, you'll see on the side of the garage here that my pen has wandered off its line and I had to redraw it. However, by the end of this, the complete drawing overshadows any of my individual small mistakes. In fact, in my opinion, a lot of these mistakes led to this sketch having more character. Now, as you draw, you're bound to make mistakes, and everyone does. The trick is to limit the amount of effort that you put into correcting these mistakes and learn to embrace them. You'll see that they often add character to your drawing and essentially develop what is your style. Okay, at this point, I have the main shape of my building complete, so I'm going to go ahead and add my windows. You'll notice some mistakes here too as I try to block out the primary window shapes. Now, I'm not going to get bogged down with all the window detail just yet, and I'll move over to the garage doors. When drawing the garage doors, I am going to be using hatch lines for the texture, and I'll be working my way up the door, but I'm being very deliberate about making sure to change the angle of my strokes ever so slightly to match the perspective of the garage door by the time my strokes reach the top. There really is no easy trick to make sure your lines are following the correct perspective other than going slow and practicing. Now I'm going to start to add the remaining detail to my building, and as I do that, I want to talk to you about something else that I've been fighting this entire sketch, and that is that my pen is failing on me. I have another video coming out soon that I've worked on right after this sketch where my pen just fails completely. But right now, it's starting to go, and that's just one more thing with this drawing that is going wrong. I can feel that the ink is not flowing smoothly and freely, and I'm just getting a lot of inconsistent line work. Now, when I start to add texture to the front of the building, you'll really notice that my lines aren't clean and they're inconsistent. I was careful not to try to correct any of those lines because I knew that I would just be making them darker and probably drawing unwanted attention to that texture. I really didn't want to make a mess of this drawing, so I just powered through it. However, as I wrap up the texture, I noticed how interesting the line work was, and I think it really added a lot more character to the sketch than I was expecting. In fact, once I add the colors, I think everything just comes together nicely, so I really just had to go along with whatever my pen was giving me. Okay, now that the building is done, I'll move over to add color, and I'm approaching this sketch the same way that I've been doing the rest of my sketches in this series, and that is to start with the shading first. For me, this really helps me to establish the values before I add color. I'll add the shadows to the side of the building and underneath the detail on the front of the building. The one thing that you're going to see me do is that I'm going to be layering my shadows. You'll see me go back to the areas that have dried and go back over them with the same shadow color. And what this is doing is it's allowing me to build up a deeper shade in certain areas of my sketch. Now, once I've established all of my shadows, this is where I'm going to start to introduce my color. I'll start with the bottom section of the building and add some blue. And as I do that, you'll notice that my shadows have been flattened out. And that's okay, because I can fix that later, and you'll see me do that with the final pass at the end of this video. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to move over and use a lighter tan color for the rest of my building. I want to point out that you'll see me also use the tan color over the existing shaded areas, and this is just a technique to help make the shadows feel more cohesive with the rest of the building. Again, using the layering technique, I'll add another pass of color over my building just to bring out that tan color a little more. Once that's complete, the final step is to make one more pass at the shadows. You'll notice that this is starting to give me a deeper shade in some of those areas that were flat. I'll also try to build up the shadows around the edges and corners, which is giving me some nice variations to my shading. And that's it. That's my final sketch. I really hope you've enjoyed this one, and if you haven't already, please give this video a like and subscribe.